Yeah. Oh.
Polar Beats. Taylor brought the fucking flex.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be making butter using heavy whipping cream. We're going to use the entire container. You're going to need a bowl and a mixer, and that's pretty much it. What you want to do is you're going to open it and pour the entire container inside the bowl. After you pour the entire container in the bowl, all you're going to be doing is mixing this with your hand mixer. You're more than welcome to use a standing mixer. I personally like to use my hand mixer. And that's about it. It's going to change into a couple of stages, so you'll see that as the process go on. So we're just going to start mixing, and it'll change from time to time. So as you can see, we're starting off. It's very loose. It's almost like water or regular milk, and it's gonna start to get foamy. This is that foaming stage. It'll get foamy and then become thicker the longer you mix it. So we're gonna keep mixing. Again, you see it's a little bit foamier than usual. This is about 5 minutes later. You will continually mix. Again, this is not a very quick process. It does take time. Sometimes your arm will get a little heavy, but if you keep going, I promise you, you'll have great results. I personally turn my blender or hand mixer up to the highest speed it can go. It kind of cuts the time a little, but not completely in half. It doesn't make a tremendous difference, but it does speed up the process. As you can see, it's getting a little thicker, and we're just going to keep mixing. I jiggle it around a little just to make sure I'm catching everything all together. The first stage is going to be, the next stage is going to be about maybe the consistency of whipped cream. If you want to stop at that stage and use it as whipped cream, you're more than welcome. Use it on fruits, vegetables, or anything. This is about 10 minutes in, and you can see it's really thick. It's at that whipped cream stage, and it's, the process is halfway there. You're going to continually mix. You're not going to stop. The next stage that you're going to see is going to be like a loose scrambled egg stage, and that'll be next. Here's that stage is coming to loose. You can kind of see the butter, the color difference. You can definitely see the texture difference. The color, that yellow thick color is coming in, and around this time is when you are going to start to see liquid forming. The liquid that you're going to see is going to be buttermilk. Now, you can save this buttermilk and use it for something else, like buttermilk biscuits, but you do need to strain it off. So I'm going to get my spatula. I'm going to scrape down the sides just to make sure I have everything, all together. And I'm going to keep mixing. Now, eventually I'm going to stop so I can show you what the buttermilk looks like. You will see that it's very thick. It's not super thick like cream, but it's like a milky thickness. You can stop your mixer about now. And I'm going to stop this, shake off the little excess, And I don't know if you can see that, but do you see that? That liquid right there is buttermilk. I'm going to get a strainer and strain this off. Let's see if I can use my measuring cup. But I'm just going to push this to the side so you guys can see most of that buttermilk. Again, you can save this and use it for biscuits or whatever. But I don't know if I can fit this in this measuring cup. I think I'm going to get a bowl. Let me try and get a bowl and strain this off in a bowl. Okay guys, I'm going to get the bowl and see if the strainer fits inside. It does. So we're going to get the butter. We're going to try and gather as much of it together as we can. We're going to push down on this butter to push out all the moisture as much as we can possibly can. And we're going to strain this off. So we're going to do this as many times as possible. The object is to remove all the liquid. Again, all you have to do is push down with your hand and strain it off. You can take the excess butter and throw it back inside the bowl, as you can see here, and move. Okay, this is going to be round 2. You can see the butter is forming a lot better. And what we're just going to do is strain again. At this point, I like to, let's set this aside. Let's see if we have any residue. Set that aside. I like to push and squeeze as much liquid as I can with my hand out of this butter. As you can see, the color is there, the form is there, but we still have a lot of liquid. So we need to strain all the liquid. And we're gonna start mixing again. I like to push my butter back down because it will be a little more difficult for the mixer to mix at this moment. So I try and help loosen it up a little bit. And we start back mixing. Okay guys, here's our finished product. After we squeeze all the buttercream out, you can see that there's barely any little drizzle of buttercream in there. We'll drain that little drizzle out. This butter can be molded in whatever you want to mold it in and put in the fridge. I like to chill my butter for at least 2 hours before I start using it. You can use this in any recipe that you can possibly think. I specialize in baking cookies, so I use my butter most of the time in those recipes. But you can cook with it, you can fry with it, whatever you choose to do with it. This will last in the fridge for up to a couple of months. Butter doesn't last that long in my house. However, it can in yours. But the next thing I'm going to do is put this in a bowl and put it in the fridge to chill. So I'm just going to push this down into the bowl. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. However, I do measure this. So I try and get this as even as possible. And when you do that, it helps get any leftover buttermilk that may be sticking on it or in the top. Get that down, and we just get it kind of even. I like to get mine kind of even because when I cut it, I usually cut it in slices and put a cap on it, and in the fridge it goes. So there you go, guys, homemade butter. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on our next video. Bye.
Polar Beats. Taylor brought the chicken flex.
I learned life's a test that